So Sean Strickland and Izzy went back and forth recently in one of the funniest exchanges that I've seen in a very long time. So I obviously love Sean Strickland. Everyone knows this. I think he's hilarious. I think he's making it very clear when he does the interviews. He's not being serious. So everyone taking him super serious. Why are you taking him serious? He is literally telegraphing that he's not being serious. But he said something so funny in this interview about Izzy, and Izzy's response was absolutely priceless. And I actually was watching it. I was just thinking about these two guys. And I want to talk about like their fight. I want to talk about where these two guys, because you got Pereira and Strickland fighting for the number one contendership. You got Cannonier about to fight about to fight Izzy himself. So we got a lot of things to talk about, right? But I wanted to start with this interaction between the two of them because it is absolutely hilarious. Before I do, though, if you like the content, subscribe and ring the bell. I'm serious about that, dude. Listen, I did a 6-hour live stream on Saturday. A 6-hour live stream, and that was after recording for 2 hours, and then I did another 2 hours of recording afterwards. I literally did a 10-hour day on Saturday just doing videos, which is why I was behind on my work. Nonetheless, I am working extraordinarily hard on this channel. All I'm asking is if you watch a lot of my stuff, just hit subscribe. You can ignore me after that. But at least I know it's like, all right, I'm recognizing his work. Subscribe. That's all. And also, please like the video so we can keep the trolls out. Lots of likes, lots of comments. That would be appreciated. So here's the deal. So when Strickland was doing one of the interviews, right? They asked him about Izzy. And I realized him and Izzy, if they were on the same team, would be best friends. I don't know if you guys can put that. I don't know if you guys can see that kind of thing, but I can, right? I could tell which two guys would get along. That's why I was saying TJ Dillashaw and God, who was I talking about? I can't remember, but it was Dillashaw and some other guy where I was like, those two guys would be like acid and water, dude. Like those two guys they would hate each other if they were in the same gym. And I can't remember who I was talking about. But Strickland and Izzy would be best friends. They would love each other if they hung out with each other a lot. And you can tell a lot of that from this interaction right here. So Strickland they go, what do you think about Izzy? He's like, I think he's cool. I like him. But I know he's beaten off to that cartoon porn. I know you're beating off to that cartoon porn, Izzy. Don't you dare. He says, I know you have beat off to that cartoon porn.
You're bumping shoulders with Israel Adesanya, the champ, and he's on your card.
He might be the champ, by July 2nd. He might not be the champ anymore. No, I like Izzy. Besides the anime, I like Izzy. He's a tough motherfucker, Besides the anime, the guy probably jerks off the cartoons. I hold that against you. I guarantee you, Izzy, you have jerked off the cartoons once in your life. Don't fucking lie to me. Anyway, sorry, that needs to be said.
And so Izzy saw it, and he responded on Twitter, "It's called hentai, you swine." And I've beat off to it many times. Oh, man, that is so funny because, it's so predictable, okay? What person has not beat off to hentai? Isn't that, that would be an extremely bizarre development. And if you haven't ever looked at good 3D hentai, give it a look right now, and that's going to change over the next 20 minutes because the girls are drawn to perfection, exactly how you'd like it, exactly how you want them to move. These are bad girls. They're not hindered by, biology. They could just be whatever they want, whatever you want them to be. You know what I mean? Their waist can be this big. Their boobs can be this big. They can move however you want. It's a home run. But nonetheless, he called him a swine, which is hilarious. It's called hentai, you swine. Oh, I thought that was priceless. Anyway, so you got Strickland and you got Alex Pereira who are going to fight. Now, if you ask me about that fight in general, I would say it is a very, very tough matchup for Sean Strickland on paper, right? But this is MMA. This is not kickboxing. Okay. And even though Strickland seems to like to stand and bang, we've found out a million times it's not the same sport as kickboxing. And Strickland has a really strong chin, and Pereira can get touched, dude. I don't know. Listen, I would imagine that Pereira is probably going to go into that fight as a big favorite. And I would imagine the UFC is really, really hoping for that because Pereira knocked out Izzy. They can promo the shit out of that video going into his fight with Izzy, assuming Izzy gets through Jared Cannonier, which I believe he probably will. But Cannonier's a beast too. But listen, if Strickland does get through does get through Pereira somehow, the build up to him and Izzy's fight will be absolutely hilarious. It'll be amazing, dude. It'll be absolutely amazing. I would almost say that I hope that happens. Actually, what am I talking about? I do hope that happens. Of course I hope that happens. I'm saying the UFC probably does not hope that happens. But, am I interested in this big customer? So people invited me to be a speaker at a conference. I wonder what it's about. If it's not about writing clickbait titles for YouTube, I don't know nothing about whatever you're asking me to do, bro. But anyway, like, I don't know. I don't have much else to say about that, except to just say, I understand why Izzy's a star. I understand why Strickland's a star. Pereira could be a star because he's got something to kind of catapult on, which is that he's knocked out Izzy. And Jared Cannonier, if he beats Izzy, would be crazy. Like, talk about like a blue-collar fighter that just kept going and going and going. He's fought in all these different divisions. He's a tough bastard, man. He is a tough, tough guy. And man, he put an ass whipping on Darren Brunson. Dude, I was at that fight. And I'll just tell you this story real quick before we sign this thing off. So that was at 271. And that was the first time. So one thing I've been trying to explain to people since I started going to all the fights is the thing you don't see is when you watch on TV, when a guy is super fucked up after the fight, like where he gets knocked down, and he's like really fucked up, like concerning fucked up. They don't show it on TV, you know? Like they hide that from you. You know, like they kind of go away and the guy's cheering, yeah, I just knocked him out. Woo, woo, woo. And then once they've got the guy, you know, sitting up, they're like, all right, he's okay. So when you're actually there and you see a guy just get fucking pulverized, dude, especially if you're close, like we were close, we were in the front row, lower section. And like, I mean, dude, he got fucking smashed, dude. Derek Brunson got fucking smashed. And then afterwards, he just didn't look good, dude. Like he didn't look good at all. Like I was like, God damn. That was the first time I'd been concerned about a dude after a fight. And, you know, I'd been to plenty of fights, but that one I was like, whoa, dude. Like that fucking dude got worked. Now, the Tony Ferguson one, I thought he was dead. I thought there was a possibility that Tony Ferguson was at least not waking up while in the octagon, you know, which is a scary ass feeling, dude. Like, you know, you know, you love the carnage, dude. But like after the fight's over, it's like, oh, you know, and after that kind of settles down a little bit and you look, you're like, fuck, I hope that guy's all right. You know, like, hope he's going to get up and be able to function. Anyway, I've been talking long enough. Love you guys.